Hi Aquarius, Amber here at Persephone's Journey Tarot. Don't forget to visit my website symbolsforliving.com. I might throw that in there right in the beginning. This is for you if you have a Aquarius Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Venus, Descendant as well. They all connect to your life path, how you're perceiving the world, what's happening in your world, and your emotional states and what you're desiring. Mars can also be an indicator, especially for men, I would say. um yeah, and Jupiter also represents your husband, so it's more external, the Mars and the Jupiter energy. A lot of people have been talking about, what can Jupiter or Mars be also affected. I say if you've got a strong Aquarian accent in your chart, then this could definitely be talking about, you know talking to you. But I've had a few questions like emailed asking, oh, does Jupiter not play a part? Jupiter does play a part in astrology when it comes to indicating or describing your husband. So if you were really doing a reading, I guess, on your husband per se, you wanted all the information about them, then maybe it will be a strong focus on your Jupiter placement. Or maybe it's more your Jupiter placement is going to indicate, when you're going to get married, where it might happen, who it will be to. So it's more a description of the circumstances and the person that you'll be marrying. And Mars often talks about the male's attraction to you, or what you're attracted to in a man as well. Also, Mars can talk more about the immediate gratification that you want. So your Mars placement will describe the type of looks that you're looking for in the man. Again, it's describing the man, whereas your Venus is talking about how you feel. Um, Mars, from a man's perspective, is the pursuit of the woman, the actions taken to pursue the woman, and again, it's related to desire. So Mars could tie into this as well, especially for the men, I would say. So yeah. Um, Yeah, but for the most part, it's for main placements, and this is more talking about your experience, with their perspective kind of thrown in as well. But this is really about you and what you need to do in your advice and what you've got control over basically in this situation. Okay, so I might do a pick a card for you spread actually for Mars placements in women, and yeah, maybe. But yeah, we've got the Ace of Wands as the first card for your partner, the Ten of Coins as the energy that you're entering into when you get into January, and this, with regards to this relationship. And then we've got the Hanged Man here. So there's security, there's loyalty. I think you may have maybe found someone over the last 2 months, maybe, or over the past year, but maybe. But yeah, I'm thinking it's quite recent as it is the Ace of Wands. Or it could have been leading up to this. You could have been friends for some time and now it's suddenly kind of become more than that. But yeah, there is this kind of new passionate energy being brought into your relationships. Your partner definitely feels inspired. It could be that this is someone new. Okay, so the first story I really got with this is that there's someone new coming into your life, and they're very passionate towards you, and they're very much in love with you. And I feel that you think that they're coming on too strong, and you kind of feel like there's nothing left for you to do, which, from a girl's point of view, usually that's a good thing. So, but we've got two cards down here that talk about inner conflict, worry, concern. We've also got the Five of Coins as well, which talks about disappointment. And what I'm really seeing here is that these are your insecurities that are just coming up. Like, I don't think you feel you deserve this amount of attention, or maybe there's a conflict because you feel like you're not being seen and this person is just kind of railroading you. You may feel a bit railroaded, into the relationship, but this person's just doing everything, pushing it and pushing it, and maybe every weekend they've got plans for you, or maybe you just feel they're moving too fast and you maybe want to slow things down. Maybe the change is happening too fast, but there's definitely a lot of change here. I mean, away from relationships, there could be a change in your finances. You could be saying goodbye to some people as well. That's also a possibility here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. But strictly speaking, with love, I mean, it could still be like emotionally related though. You could have emotional attachments actually. Yeah, two people. And that could be quite a sad kind of time, a feeling of loss. And like there's something that's ending that you maybe were quite attached to, quite used to, or maybe at one point had a lot of love for as well. But I feel like you're moving on to better things, especially with the Five of Cups. It does say that it's not the end. The fives in themselves say that it's really just about change. It's kind of the first small hurdle in some sort of progression. It's a changing point. There's a change, something's changed, something's flipped, you know. You're halfway towards some, like you've passed the halfway mark in some respect, okay? So you're possibly on a kind of new journey in a way as well. We have got the Prince of Cups and the Prince of Wands, which again does confirm that there is some sort of change with regards to emotions and your passions, moving forward towards the things that you love as well, with the Prince of Cups here. I feel that, you know, even though you may be facing these challenges with your partner, that you still would like to work on it. You don't want to just give up on the relationship because things aren't exactly how you want them, you know. I think that you do like this person a lot. I think you just find them to be a little bit controlling, demanding, or very, they could be very much infatuated and just in their own little dream world of excitement. And they may be being very romantic to you. I mean, we've got the Two of Cups here, the Knight of Cups as well. So yeah, I feel this person's kind of rushing towards you with a cup of love, wanting a home, wanting to keep you, wanting to kind of, yeah, maybe they are trying to kind of get their claws into you in a way, or make sure you stick around. They want to make you permanent, I feel, as well in their life, as far as they can see now, you know. Feelings always change over time. Different things happen and cause different things to happen. But right now they feel like, yeah, I don't want to lose this Aquarius. I want to give my all to them. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, they want to fly. You've given them wings. You've waken up. I think you've awoken some sort of desire within them as well. So maybe you make them feel young again or something. And the Two of Cups as the outcome, yeah, they're just in love. What can I say? They're just in love. They may feel a lot of luck as well. A lot of, a lot of progress has been made, and there's a certain amount of resilience that's been implemented, and things are just going very well. Like there may be, when I say resilience, it could be that there may have been hurdles or challenges, maybe personal to you or circumstantial, but that you've been able to overcome it, and that I think this person even feels a bit lucky, and victorious, very confident and feeling good, So yeah, I mean, the Nine of Wands does confirm and reiterate that there is a certain amount of resilience that may be needed or has been required as well in the relationship. And it may also be that it's just a case of you realizing that just because you're not maybe content right now with things, doesn't mean that you should give up on this with the Nine of Wands, that you should probably keep going. You may have been through so much, and I think you just know it would be unwise to give up on this for whatever reason. Maybe because the amount of time you put into it already, or that you're just kind of saying, don't just give up on things. Like you just don't want to just give up. That would be the loser's kind of approach. That's what I'm getting from you. Like that would be the loser's approach. Just give up on something. I should try. to move through this, because nothing really bad is happening. You know, it's just that this person's maybe quite forward in coming forward. And yeah, with the Hanged Man here, you may feel, that's why I'm also picking up that maybe there is certain aspects of you that feels that you don't deserve this attention. Like it's just all a bit much. You may feel like you don't deserve it. You may feel a bit exposed. You know, when someone is so nice to you, sometimes it is very humbling. You know, it's very humbling that someone is so nice, and they kind of make you a bit embarrassed. And then that's what I'm getting here as well. You feel a bit embarrassed about maybe all the money that they're spending on you, or the amount of commitment that they're showing you so early, or how they're so invested in things. But one thing you can be certain of is that this, with the Ten of Coins here, this person is thinking of the long term. And I think that maybe makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you're like, okay, like you could be, I guess with the Aquarius energy, with it being ruled by Saturn previously ruled by Saturn, more recently ruled by Uranus. It could be that you're just not really totally comfortable. You know, it's not maybe your first nature to just commit to something long term, maybe without maybe feeling totally sure in some way. Aquarius is about rule breaking, changing direction suddenly, you know, sometimes being a bit impulsive. This is the planet that rules your sign. And it's also about freedom, you know. So these things are important to you. And it's not maybe that this person is really doing too much, it's just you're just not really about that life. You know, you're just like, you know. And plus you are a fixed sign, so it would suggest that, you know, change is a big deal for you anyway. You know, even though you might want to change directions, whenever, I think when change is imposed upon you as a fixed sign, you know, you be ready to change once you're inspired or know that it's the right thing to do. You're not afraid of that or breaking rules, you know. But maybe if someone enforces the change on you, that's when it's like, you maybe become a bit rebellious naturally, innately. And it could be about power struggles, maybe you feel more powerful, or, you know, you feel more empowered when you do have your complete freedom. But I think you're recognizing that or not so much recognizing, but I think you've come to a conclusion of, you know, I need to work on this. I really do want love. And I'm aware that there may be challenges. You know, the Prince of Cups is aware that there may be challenges, and needs to kind of maybe learn how to fly still. You're still getting there. Whereas the King of Cups here is flying. This is the energy of your partner. But like I said, you do want to work with the energy. I think you want to work with it and try and get the most out of it. I think you believe that resilience is the key. I think you've come to the understanding, especially with the Ten of Coins here, that anything worthwhile, anything good is going to require hard work. It's going to require commitment and doing the right thing rather than the impulsive thing as well. But there is change here. There may be power struggles. You may be concerned about money. Maybe you feel this person is spending all this money and you're like, I don't really have that kind of money to reciprocate, you know. And that could also cause maybe power struggles or complicate the power dynamics in the relationship, and you may not feel valued, or you may not feel like you have an input because you don't have the cash. So this person may be assuming more power in the relationship as well, because, or more of the decision making because they have the cash. And some people can get with that, you know. Sorry, my Vaseline's being all this time. Some people can get with that, and some people can't. You know, some people need a certain amount of independence, and, you know, need to feel that way for what, for their own personal reasons. But it might be important for you to kind of look at those reasons though and see, why you do feel, just because someone has more money, maybe for some of you out here, doesn't mean they hold the power in the relationship. Ultimately, you have quite a lot of power. I mean, if this person is willing to sacrifice their hard-earned dollars or cash on you, then you have a lot of power in the relationship. Obviously, you're very important to them, so you're not to feel powerless. In actual fact, it's a huge compliment, and it shows you just how kind of important and valuable you are, and that your opinion does count. I can't imagine this person. I think this person's very passionate, yes, and they may be a bit more mature and experienced than you as well, in some ways, maybe by years. But what was I going to say? Sorry. Yeah, they may be more experienced than you, but you still have a voice. And I was going to say that even though they can see their way clearly as to how this is going to work out. Your opinion really matters. It's important that you make yourself be heard, because you wouldn't want to keep it all in and then it all kind of blows out of, it manifests in some argument, because we don't have the Five of Swords here. So it's saying that there's changes, there's no conflict between you anyway. And the communication may actually be quite good between you at the moment. A lot of loving talk, but yeah, there are changes. And I think you're going to want to work on things, like I've said. If you're completely single, then Sagittarius is showing up strongly here. You may meet a Sagittarius, a new person that you haven't met yet. And they could very well fall for you big time. Okay, you might make them feel very comfortable and they fall for you very quickly. And they definitely maybe become quite protective of you as well, and just have a kind of like an emotional kind of bond or protectiveness over you. You may, if you're completely single, it may be advice here as well to deal with any insecurities that you have about the past and how you value yourself. And, there could have been as well a period of time, recently where you've just kept yourself to yourself and you've been trying to maybe work on yourself and do some self-reflection. But also how you've also used that as a reason to keep people out. So that's also something that's showing up here in this row. But change is upon you. So, yeah, don't give up. I think this is something that you've been wanting. You've possibly manifested this, into existence. So you kind of knew this coming, maybe intuitively, that this was going to come, that you wanted this. Have you written down that you wanted someone to love you totally and all this stuff, and you've wrote it out? Maybe it's all happening now, and that's why you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to not give up. The High Priestess here at the base of the deck, and the Queen of Cups. Three of Coins. So the High Priestess will talk about intuition, knowing yourself, being able to connect with your intuition. So this is your inner truth as well, not your thoughts and your worries, but your inner knowing. Okay, so this isn't about thinking logically about the past and saying, okay, well, 1 and 1 happened, so that means that's 2, so that means that this is happening now, then I'm going to get another 2. But it's like the High Priestess is saying, well, no, it's possible that you have a limited thinking, and we all, thinking is limited because there's only so much you can conceive or perceive, right? So, but when it comes to your inner knowing, your intuition, that's you know, infinite to it, you know, in a way. So it's like, you have to trust your gut on this, trust your intuition, connect your intuition, listen to your inner yearnings, your the part of yourself that you don't show everyone, the more secretive part of yourself. And especially with the Queen of Cups, there is this need, I think, to connect to your inner self, to maybe take some time away and to even fall into your feminine more, you know, even as a masculine air energy that Aquarius is. I think for this period in January, you're being asked here to really tap into your intuition, really connect to the undercurrents of life rather than what everything that you see and all the facts, but dare to dream as well in a way. Okay, so use that, I guess, that more imaginative side of Aquarius this month. Definitely water signs will be in your environment. At Pisces looks very strong here, very strong. And with the Three of Coins, yeah, it does show that, you know, everyone has their role to play. Everyone is different, but it takes the differences sometimes to make up the whole, to make things work. You need to be complementary, you know, with each other. And your partner feels like you're very complementary. They feel like you get them and they get you and you're on the same page. And yeah, you know, but yeah, this also talks about working on things as well, not giving up on things, setting a foundation. So you could be kind of looking at building a more of a foundation for the relationship as well and taking things to the next level, putting the work in to do that, working with your partner, learning how to compromise. Again, if you've been on your own for a long while, you may not really be used to compromising. So there's this energy of like maybe compromising, falling back a little bit, you know, maybe allowing someone else to take the lead, to express more of how you feel when you don't like something, rather than what I think this it should be this way. This is about how do you feel? Do you feel happy about doing whatever ideas this person has or taking a relationship in this direction? You have to get in touch with how you feel on the subject. This is not a time to be overthinking. Okay, this is inner strength that you're going to be drawing off, not clever wit and intelligence. Okay, so also got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some, yeah, it probably is a karmic time for you as well. So you are learning lessons at the moment. It is a karmic time for you. So decisions that you make today, you know, or in this month, or whenever you watch this reading, and you feel it resonates, you know, it's the actions that you take that will pretty much set a lot of your future in motion. It's a very important time for your decisions and making sure that you make the right ones that you can live with for some time as well. Yeah, but you have come through here though with these two cards. It is kind of more of a karmic situation though. Like, I think you've both been brought, or maybe, and karma could be good karma too, you know, but either way, I'm getting this feeling that choose your actions like wisely, and that's why you're being asked to do things that you feel comfortable with, because the decisions that you make here, you know, can you be comfortable with them? Will you be happy inwardly with those things, away from logic? Logic would say do it, you know, logic would say do all sorts of crazy things maybe, but how do you feel? You know, if you don't feel good doing it, then, you know, no matter how logical it is, it doesn't really matter, does it? So yes, but yeah, the good thing is there's change. So that's what the Wheel of Fortune is talking about as well. Is that this is destiny. This is a point of change in your life, I guess. So yes, the choices that you make will need to be sound and honest to you. And just remember what you wish for. If this is what you wish for, then yeah, work for it. But like, if like the universe seems to be giving you something like a karmic, like it's okay, here you go, this is what you asked for. So how are you going to respond to it? If you reject it, that's fine, and that means that maybe the universe will give you less of those things. Or if you accept it, then maybe the universe will work even more so to kind of keep these things in your life. But this is a change in your mind as well, you know, this is changing you. So we've got milk and honey, chopped wood, all that glitters, clean it up. Then we've got serendipity. So there is some clearing out to do. There is a new beginning here. You're being asked to be patient in this situation, to fall back, to focus on the details and other little bits to keep things running rather than trying to control and take huge action. So again, we're getting this kind of more receptive energy that you may need to work with. And it also says all that glitters is not gold. So, you know, I don't need to elaborate. All that glitters is not gold. It's, you know, what looks to be good, again, what looks to be good may not actually be worth anything to you, okay? It's about how you feel. It really is about how you feel. There's got to be some depth to your decisions. And I think you're realizing, I think you're wanting this depth anyway, because we've got the 9 of Wands here. So I'm convinced that that's what you want. But it's just a bit of a challenge because you are a fixed sign and, you know, there are maybe some certain insecurities that are coming up. But the High Priestess is here, so I feel that it won't be too much of a difficult time. And these are just 5s, you know. So, and the 5 of Swords isn't here as well. So I wouldn't say anything terrible is going to happen at all. I think it's just you changing your mind on things. And then we've got Milk and Honey, one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. So yes, I think this will be a very beautiful time. Again, this is about how you feel, comforts, feeling at ease, enjoying yourself, pampering yourself, and just nurturing yourself here with Milk and Honey. Enjoy this time of being pampered. Fall back, you know, being the leader maybe isn't as, or having this control, maybe money isn't as, you know, powerful as you may think or as important as you might think. There's actually maybe a lot more to be gained in just kicking back and letting someone else do the work. You know, maybe it's something like that is telling you this, you know. And then we've got serendipity. So yes, it does confirm that you are in a lucky phase of the relationship, that things have kind of just fallen together, the universe is working in your favor, and it's a very lucky time. Okay, so fortune's kind of being thrown at you. It's really up to you now as to what you're going to catch, what you're going to hold on to, and what you're going to leave behind. Okay, so getting clear on these things. Okay, but luck is here, opportunity is here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do one more card. Sorry. I'm going to pull one card from the Amira Love Oracle deck for Aquarius for January. Okay, we've got past love. And then we've got karma at the base of the deck. So, past love, the past. So the past seems to be playing into your present. It could also be that someone from the past is coming back, and that's what you're conflicted about as well. They're totally certain that they want to come back. They feel very passionate and want a new beginning with you. And maybe you're just like, I'm kind of going through a process at the moment of dealing with my, you know, my self-esteem and maybe finding my place in the world a little bit, maybe focusing on career, or maybe kind of keeping to yourself and not really wanting anyone to come in. but there is a past love here, and it's karmic. So at some point, you probably wish for this person to come back. Your intuition is going to tell you whether or not it's a good idea to take them back, but opportunity is here. And Spirit is also saying that, you know, even if there was a broken heart in the past, it looks like this person is you know, the love, I don't think, never really died, or that this person was still quite committed to you. Okay. And they want to work on things now, and I think the Spirit is saying it will require work. Are you prepared to put in the work? Do you want to? Do you think it's worth it? You know, it's going to require that inner strength to take it there, but this person seems very positive, and it's a karmic situation, as I said before. And then we've got dating, the Ice Queen. So yeah, maybe you're just like, nah, not today, you know, but maybe you'll go out on a couple of dates, you know, maybe you will at least, you know, entertain a little bit what the universe is maybe giving you. But if you decided not to, then I guess it's just a reminder to, one, be clear on what you wish for, and I think also it's okay to have wished for something in the past, and then when it comes, actually be at a different place in your life and not want it. But it'd be good to actually look into why it is you wanted it in the first place. What were you really asking for? You know, what did you really want? You might have wanted this guy back, but was it really that you just wanted a good partner, someone to love, someone to care for, or something like that, or someone to pamper you, maybe with the milk and honey? You know, the past love, the past has a lot of information there for you. Okay, so that's the reading. Probably a lot more could be said, but I think I'm going to end it here. Take care, my lovely Aquarians. I love you. Thank you for being here again, and I'll speak to you next time. All right, bye.